Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the G36C bonus footage. So, of course, I've got a whole bunch more questions from the video yesterday, and I've selected the ones with the most thumbs up. So hopefully, it's kind of democratic in a sense. I'll answer the ones that seem to be the most popular. Okay, so first up, GT Termo asks, when you're not playing video games or making videos and whatnot, what are you doing? Well, quite honestly, right now I'm not doing much else apart from making videos. I'm working a silly amount of time, but otherwise I don't know. I've not really had time for hobbies for months now. So, tell you what, ask me after Christmas when I've actually got some free time, and I'll tell you what I'm up to. Okay, Lorenzo6501 asks, if the opportunity of making your living from Activision/YouTube had not come along, what would you be doing now? In all likelihood, I'd probably still be working as a web developer of some kind, or web designer, or something along those lines. Had I been, forced to find another job, I probably would have looked for some sort of agency in Manchester and lent my skills to those guys there. There's I don't know, something digital, something creative, something along those lines, but I have no idea, because everything just worked out rather nicely. Okay, 15787 Marijin asks, what do you think about COD on Wii? I think it's great. I mean, really? Okay, the graphics aren't quite as good, and the motion controls, to me at least, look a little bit strange, but, hey, you've got to play the game how you like to play. And if you've got a Wii and you like playing COD on the Wii, then more power to you. Games are ultimately about fun. And, the Wii's a fine system. I love Cooking Mama. That's a brilliant game series. Okay, Xbox 360 Full asks, in your spare time, do you only ever play first-person shooters, or do you play any other genres, like racing or sports games? Not so much sports games, I'm not so sort of hot on those, but I do like my racing games. I've been playing a fair amount of Forza 4, at least when I've had time. Recently, and of course, Forza 3 and Forza 2 before that. Otherwise, a whole bunch of stuff, really. I try and keep it as varied as possible. RPGs, obviously Skyrim's just come out, and yes, I've got that, and I would dearly love to play it, but I'm saving it for Christmas, really. Other than that, pretty much anything. I mean, I don't really sort of limit myself to any particular genre. Obviously, I do enjoy first-person shooters. Okay, Lord Rokudame asks, what's your favourite perk? Now, those of you who know me from the Modern Warfare 2 series, my preferred loadout was Sleight of Hand, Stopping Power, and Ninja, of course. But, I would have said Sleight of Hand, but they've split it into two, haven't they? They've split it into Sleight of Hand and Quick Draw. I'm not sure which of those I prefer, but it's one of them. I don't know, probably Quick Draw. Probably, I'd say. I like being, able to use the equipment faster and... yeah, I don't know. I prefer my loadouts more nimble. Okay, C. Riley 0007 asks, hey Xbox Ahoy, do you ever play the COD campaigns? Yes, in fact I've played the MW3 one already. If only to avoid spoilers. Okay, Geo Skullbrains asks, how do you feel about the COD community? It's very large, it's very diverse, and it's full of a lot of people, so most of which, are nice folk, and of course, within any large group you find a few contentious people. But, it's a large community, and any large community is going to have a mix of people in, good and bad. But for the most part, yeah, fine. No problems really with the community as a whole. Okay, iConstantL asks, was that right? I don't know. Anyway, how did you decide to make videos on YouTube? Originally, I was going to make a website, xboxahoy.com. I bought the domain first before even thinking about the YouTube channel. I was going to post, game reviews and stuff like that, and downloadable content and arcade titles, and kind of just, I thought, well, I play Xbox, so I might as well, maybe write about it. Maybe I'll get some free games. And, well, it kind of turned into, I thought, well, okay, I'll start a YouTube channel, maybe think about doing some complimentary video content, and I stumbled across what was the then burgeoning Call of Duty community on YouTube, and kind of got roped into that. Okay, Sabine41 asks, what got you into military history? Are you a bit of a documentary buff? I do enjoy a good documentary, yes, absolutely. And I hate to say it, but what probably got me into the whole sort of history, military side of things was probably video games. You know, you play enough sort of modern military shooters and you get curious about the sort of stuff that you're actually using, you know, the weapons and the equipment. So it's probably games, older games like Rainbow Six and Delta Force and stuff like that. And I suppose even Call of Duty, back in the, what was it, 2001? It sort of blossomed from there, and especially with COD 4, it kind of grew, I guess, and couple that with films and television programs as well. It sort of, yeah, I guess it forms a complete interest. Okay, GOV250 asks, from a purely historical point of view, what's your favourite weapon ever featured in any Call of Duty game? Oh, tough one. I don't know, I guess. I do actually quite like the FAL. That's probably one of my favourite historical weapons. It's why I did the first instalment of Behind the Lines on it. Because it's an interesting weapon, and it's one that's kind of pivotal in sort of firearms history. So that's a favourite, and you know, the fact that the British Army used it, the L1A1. Self-loading rifle has a kind of a place as well. So yeah, okay, I'd say the FAL, although I don't know, I don't think it's been done justice yet in any COD game. It was okay in MW3, it was nice, but had a nice reload. G-Wing Commander asks, can you start adding secondary weapon suggestions to your express guides? Oh, the graphics are done now. Akimbo FMG 9s and everything, that's what I use. Best one available by a mile. Foxhound8901 asks, any chance of a dual com with you and your girlfriend? Not a chance, no, she'd never do it. XLitz asks, what sensitivity do you use? I use standard, just the default one, 2. Sometimes I'll bump up to 3 if I'm feeling, you know, fruity. Or if I'm sniping. But no, the default one's fine for me. And finally, Sakushi Ricky asks, Xbox Ahoy, have you ever gotten girls pregnant by just talking to them? Well, thanks for watching, YouTube. If you have any more questions, if I missed your question, I'm sorry if I've missed it more than once now, but I will try and answer as many as possible within the bonus footage. Just leave it as a comment, and I'll pick them up sometime tomorrow. And well, hopefully I'll see you then. All right, farewell.